Okay, here we are on the DJI Pilot screen. I've got a few different icons here. If we had the drone on and we were ready to fly, we would click that gray button down there on the bottom right under camera view. But first what we need to do is use the flight route on the far left button there. And when we click on that, okay, it's going to bring us to a library of previous flights we may have flown in the past. There's create a route or import route. If you did have a KML file from Google Earth, you could easily use the right side there, import route, to auto-populate. But in this case, we're going to go ahead and click the create route here. All right, and it's going to ask us which option do we want. So this is going to be a mapping mission, so I'm going to choose the second option. And now it takes a little bit of scrolling in. I'm just using my fingers to locate using this satellite base map where I am on the Earth, and I'm going to use a mine out here in Northern California. This is kind of an interesting place where they do some operations right near the bay in Marin County. So I'm going over here to San Rafael, and I've found what I know is the open pit area. All right, I've zoomed in with my fingers, and I'm over the mine like that. All right, so the next step is to tap to create the area. If I go ahead and do that, it will give me let me scroll this over. It will give me some options on the right that I first need to fill out. What is the name of this mission going to be? Instead of mapping one, how about I call this San Rafael? I'll just call it San R. Whoops. Yeah, I'll just leave it like that. Select my camera. This is the DJI M3E, so let's go ahead and pick that one. And we are using the wide angle lens. I'm going to scroll down on the right side here. It's giving me my ground sampling distance of 2.69 centimeters. That is based off of an altitude. So in this case, my altitude being 328 feet. Always check with your local airspace restrictions, or if you need authorizations. In this case, I'm going to theoretically bump this drone using the little +1, +10, +100. I'm going to jump this up to about 400 feet, close to it. There we go, 398 right there for flight altitude. And I'm going to notice that my ground sampling distance now is 3.26. Scrolling down, there's not too many other things that are important here. We can scroll past all of these takeoff speeds, speed, course angle. Those are all predetermined. What I do want to double check here is in the advanced settings. If I click on that, I have a side overlap ratio of 70% and a front overlap ratio of 80%. My preference has always been to fly my front overlap 75%. So I like the 75-70 ratio. I don't need any margins, and I don't need any custom angles because I'm going with a totally vertical course here. I'm going to hit that little arrow to minimize that window, and now we see a little snapshot of what my mapping mission is going to look like. If I grab one of these little nodes with my finger, I could slide out and try to cover the entire area, the mining area itself. So I'll do that here. And we get a little snapshot of what our drone mission is going to look like. Okay, so I clicked on the save mission there, and it gave me a overview of what I'm working with. If I click that arrow next to San R, I see my mission is an estimated time of 7 minutes, 18 seconds, 204 photos, an area of approximately 68 acres, and my ground sampling distance being 3.26 centimeters. So if I'm satisfied here, I can go ahead and I've already saved the mission by clicking that little icon there at the top left. And now it's time to head out to the field and go ahead and fly.